you've got your game state app, and then you've got your pre-match to in play. So we go to the pre-match to in play. Then we go to the morning footy. Then it gives you a list of the games. Then what we do here, we filter it by the amount of money that's on the game. But obviously, if we go down here and there's only 16,000, 17,000 on the game that's been placed on the game, it's very difficult to get money in and out the markets when you're looking for price movements. Now, what we have here, we have at the top Burnley versus Leicester. The price on Betfair 4.1, 3.4. The draw Leicester 2.14, and here's the Pinnacle prices. So Pinnacle, Burnley on Pinnacle are 4.06, the draw is 3.28, and Leicester 2.12. Now, what you notice on here, the orange parts here, what these orange represent is that there's a difference between the Pinnacle price and the Betfair price. Now, this is of interest to us, but what generally happens, the Pinnacle price begins and the Betfair price sort of follows it. But let's have a look at how we pull all this together. So we'll go through the first 5 or 6 matches here. And also, what I will say, if anybody wants a one-to-one session to go through this a little more slowly, just email me and we can easily sort that out. So right, so let's have a look at the history here of Burnley Leicester. And generally, we're sort of looking at the favourite. So here we can see Leicester, there's been 229,000 traded on this match, of which 159,000 has been traded on Leicester. Leicester's price is 2.16. So they've taken 69% of the book. 159,000 has been traded of 229,000 on Leicester. Now, we don't know whether that money is to back or to lay. The implied price of Leicester is 46.13, which is 2.16. So what we have a book against the implied difference. And here the book, they've taken 69% of the book. The implied price 46.3%. So the difference there is 23.2%. Then what we look for here is the implied difference to now and the book difference to now. Now, these are, I don't know how these come about. Stephen's sorted this out. I don't know how, you know, the workings of this. It's a complex formula, but basically it shows you where the money's going. Now, what I must point out here is that 11:30, this is a snapshot at 11:30. I'll give you an example. Should this say at 12 o'clock, should Leicester go into even money, say there's a hell of a lot of money goes in, then what you'll find is that all this is blue. Where you see blue, it means that the price is coming in. Where you see pink, it indicates that the price is drifting. So also we can see with Leicester, as it came through, it's been quite a little bit inconclusive. Although we've had this is good. It's good to see this difference here between the book and the implied. It's pink and blue, pink and blue, pink and blue. Whereas normally you'd like to see a pink or a blue. So automatically, I wouldn't look at this game. What would be interesting, though, is if Leicester drifted and then you started seeing blues here with this dark green. That would be a point, I would say, to get involved in that game. But there's nothing there on that game, really. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Let's have a look at this one. Again, we can see, I'll go through this again, 155,000 has been traded on the game, of which 108 has been traded on Manchester United. Their price is 1.46, which equals 68.49, and the book price 70.04. So as you can see, the difference here is 1.55. But as you can see throughout here, there is no difference here. What's, you know, pink, blue, pink, blue. So the price, it's not going anywhere. Again, we can't really say what's going to be happening in this game. Sheffield United, Aston Villa next. This looks fairly interesting here. Aston Villa, the favourites, 94,000 has been traded on the game. 62,000 has been traded on Villa. Again, I say I don't know whether that's to back or to lay. So they've taken 66% of the book, and the implied price 45.187 equals 2.18. So the difference is 20.75. Here we can see, though, they started, this morning 2.16, went down to 2.14, and it's drifted up. If you see that pink there, if you see around 4 pinks on a row or 4 blues on a row, that suggests that the price is going out or coming in. And it's gone out to 2.18. And as we can see, as it started going out to 2.18, there's be some blue here. So that blue may get stronger, and we might see some blue, and that price could come in. But that could be one that's worth watching out for later. But at the moment, nothing on that one. Here's an interesting one here, because this is just suddenly appeared here. We can see that the pinnacle price on AC Milan against Udinese is 1.91, Betfair 1.95. Let's have a look at this. Yes, this looks quite interesting here. What I would say, if you have a look here, this is how you can do this. Obviously, there's been 74,000, 75,000 placed on the game, 58,000 Milan. Now that's going to happen, whether it's to back or to lay. I mean, Milan against Udinese, they're obviously going to take more of the money. They've taken 78% of the book. The implied price, 51%, 1.96. But let's have a look here earlier in the morning. Milan, 1.86, 1.87. But as you can see, pink, and it's gone, and it's come out 1.86. So that, say, is drifting. It's gone out to 1.94, 1.95, 1.97. But now it's started to turn blue. If we have a look at the graph here, this is probably reached its peak here, 1.97. As you can see, it's drifted out. So that's probably a resistance point. And that might be worth entering there. So you could enter Milan. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 1.95. You could get on Milan at 1.96. There's still a bit of money holding that up. But as you can see, on Pinnacle, Milan are 1.91. I just want to have a look at that, though, just to make sure that's still there. Yeah, Milan 1.92, so it's not 1.91 at the moment. However, I would say, though, that there, I would say 1.97, I would say that's hit its resistance. So if you can get in at 1.96, 1.95, put your stop loss 1.98, and then see where that takes you. But that, I would say that they've reached that is their limit there, 1.97, and I would suggest Milan would come in. Obviously, during the day, keep an eye on this, though. If, say, at 12 o'clock it's still blue, yes, good. If it's still blue at 12:30, still good. Once it starts going pink, then you might start thinking about getting out of the trade. Bristol City v Bournemouth. As we can see, Betfair price 1.85, Pinnacle price 1.81. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you see, we've missed the movement here. This is what I like to see. This is a classic movement here. What we've seen here during the night, early morning, say like at this point, say at 8 o'clock in the morning, 30,000 was traded on the game, of which 20,000 was on Bournemouth. We don't know whether that's the back or lay. I must say that again. So they've taken 67% of the book. Price 1.96 equals 51%. So 16% difference. But as we can see, it's blue, solid blue here. I love these ones where you see solid blue, and then all of a sudden, bang, 1.96 down to 1.83. See, that's where you can get these good movements. If you see a price that's solid, there's no movement, and you can see blue and a green band, or indeed pink and a green band, at some stage that price will move. And and if you'd seen this in the morning, you'd have probably got on Bournemouth, and bang, it's gone down here. However, it has sort of gone down, it's come back up again. So maybe now we're seeing some pink. So maybe again, that's hit a resistance there, 1.83, 1.85. But again, that looks, that's what you're sort of looking for, if that makes any sense. Sorry about this. Paris PSG, I'm not so much interested in that one. Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham. Let's just have a look at this one. Quite a little bit. There's a bit of money for this game, actually. 57,000. But as you can see, here's another one. Sheffield Wednesday, see during the morning. So sometimes it's worth getting up early in the morning. As you can see here, around 8 o'clock, 21,000. Of which 17, but this was very low though. I wouldn't be, rushing in to get involved when there's only 20,000. But as you can see, solid pink here, 1.46. The price remains solid. All of a sudden, it goes out to 1.48 to 2.64. Or indeed, if you'd had a look at Rotherham, they are 3.4, very solid blue, and then it goes down to 3.1, or the draw comes in. But as you can see, the difference. So you can get some good trades on these, providing you've got to keep your eye out. What I will do, I'll do these most days in truth, where we have football, like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, or the Champions League or whatever. I'll do one of these each day, and so you can get some idea of what's going on. Price is too low there, really, for any sort of looking at any sort of movement there. 27,000. We're starting to get into the 20,000s. But so, in summary, I think that the one that I do like the look of is Milan here. And my reason for liking Milan is that they've drifted. As you can see, we've had pink, solid pink here, 1.86, but it's gone out to 1.97, and then it's starting to come back in. And as we can see, the pinnacle price, 1.91, it was 1.92, 1.93. So I would suggest that Milan are not going to go above 1.97. So that, if anything out of these matches at this moment in time, that is the one that I would be most interested in. So as you like I say, the only problem with this application is that you have to be on top of it. You've got to open it up first thing in the morning, have a look at the markets and see where those prices go. I mean, I can, if need be, we can have a session early in the morning, and if anybody's interested, I can go through these early in the morning. But as these are evening games, the markets can still be forming. But obviously, what you do, you just have a look. Say like at 12 o'clock, 12:30, if this starts showing blue, then the Milan price will be coming in. But as I say, if it starts breaking up into pinks, then that gives you an idea to get out of that trade. So I hope this has been of use to you. If you have any questions, please email me. Or if you'd like a one-to-one session where we can go through this a little bit slower, that's all right as well. But what I'll do, I'll put this video up on into the room, and then you can watch at your leisure. Thanks for watching, and we shall speak shortly. Thank you very much.